wanted to give a little update on Ozzy. Ozzy's been going through treatment for her leukemia since June of last year, and she's going to be in treatment until September of 2026. She's in something that's called maintenance now, which is what she'll be in until the end of treatment. The nice thing about that is that the end date, like early September, September 4th, I should know the date, September 4th of 2026, is that date won't change. So right now she goes into the hospital every month just to check her counts, her levels, to see if they need to adjust her chemo dosage at all, because they want to give her the maximum amount of chemo without like really depleting fully her like ANC. The last 2 times that we went in, her ANC was actually a little bit too high, but it was like right on the border. Last scare, like hospitalization in July, going into 6th season, and with her asthma, they decided they wanted to just leave the chemo dosage where it was at. I agreed with this. I want her to get the most amount of chemo as she can, but she has not been feeling the best. She's been sick with a cold for like 2 months and she just can't kick it. Honestly though, this is like her norm. This is her 3rd winter of life. Last 2 winters, she was sick like all winter. We did find out in this past summer she has asthma, which I've kind of suspected for a while now, but it was just nice to get the diagnosis and get an inhaler for her. Currently is taking an inhaler for her asthma every morning and evening, as well as having an albuterol, which is technically like a nebulizer. Due to her hospitalization, honestly, if there's any good that came out of that, it's that we just got more aware of like underlying things that are going on with Ozzy other than her leukemia. So asthma was one, and then the other is just she has sleep apnea, which we knew. We did a sleep study actually 2 days before we found out she had cancer. We honestly think that that sleep study helped show signs of her cancer more, just because she was so upset there that it just like really helped us see that there was more going on. So her results from that sleep study, you know, a year and a half ago, was that she has moderate sleep apnea. She wasn't needing any help with oxygen. Pulmonology has wanted to make sure that her sleep apnea hasn't gotten like any worse, and that there's no other reason that she's like needing a CPAP machine. We did try going home on oxygen from that hospital stay, but Ozzy was like, heck no, like get me out of this hospital setting, get me out of all of this like probes, IVs, you know, things hooked up to me. And so she was like, absolutely not. I'm in my own bed. We are not doing this. Right now we're trying to get in for a second sleep study. They literally put probes like all over your head. It's like 4 hours to get everything set, and then they have to sleep fit with like that on. They told me the next available is in April. And it's November right now, so that's a very long wait. So instead of like waiting for that and doing nothing, they want us to do an overnight oximetry test with her at home. I was like, great, let's do that. Because it's literally just putting on her pulse ox, and then if her oxygen drops too low, it's a really annoying, really obnoxious like beeping. Didn't realize that this sleep oximetry test is literally just us with a paper and pad like writing down when it's gonna dip. Not that fun. We'll see how this goes. Another thing is Ozzy has been getting a ton of lumbar punctures. I think she's had almost 15 now since she started treatment. I have to like hold her while she gets put to sleep, which I'm grateful that I can. Do a spinal tap. They take out enough stuff to test to see if there's cancer in her spinal fluid, which there hasn't been. She actually technically went into remission like in the first like month of treatment, which was amazing. Her body responded so well. But they still are doing these lumbar punctures every 3 months during maintenance. She's got 4 left. Next one is coming up in December. I forgot to mention is that we did end up rushing to see ENT after her hospitalization, and we were able to get her tonsils and adenoids removed, which is something they wanted to do a year ago, but decided to hold off because of her cancer treatment. They did remove them, and they said it was good to get them out of there, so that might make it so that she doesn't need oxygen when she's sleeping, but only a sleep study can really tell us that. Overall, she is doing pretty well, but she is sick, and she's been sick for a while, and she's probably going to be sick for a while. So yeah, that's my update on Ozzy. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments if I missed anything.